Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm back here at Ciocca Subaru in Ewing, New Jersey to check out this brand new 2024 Subaru Impreza Sport in Oasis Blue Pearl. We're going to check this thing out, see what it brings to the market for the 2024 model year in this 5-door hatchback configuration. So let's dig in. Front end on this Impreza for 2024, we have the Oasis Blue Pearl paint looking great, really pops nicely in the sun. Subaru badge on the flat black grille. We have LED headlights, LED daytime running lamps, LED fog lamps. We do have standard bulbs for turn signals, but a really good looking front end on this Impreza for 2024. Let me know your thoughts. Wheel and tire setup on the 2024 Impreza. We have an 18-inch wheel, gloss black and silver, nice design, standard brake and rotor package. These wheels are wrapped in Yokohama Avid S34 tires, 225 on the width, a 40 series sidewall, 18s, all four corners, all-wheel drive. Full side profile on this 2024 Impreza Sport. Again, that blue looks great. I just love how the wheel wells are painted. Black moldings around the windows, no chrome at all. Looking really good on the side view profile of this 2024 Impreza. Let me know what you think in the comments. Moving in closer, color matched on the side view mirror with LED turn signals. Color matched on the front and rear door handle. We have the fuel filler cap on the right side of the vehicle. Up top, we got the roof spoiler coming off the top. Color matched roof with a flat black shark fin antenna and no sunroof. Back end of this Impreza, my apologies for all the pollen, but it's still falling like crazy here in central New Jersey. Again, we have that low slung roof spoiler coming off the top. We got the rear window wiper down below on the glass with the Subaru badge in the middle. We have LED taillights, standard bulbs, for turn signals. Subaru all-wheel drive on the left of the tailgate, Impreza on the right. More of that blue all the way down on the rear bumper, and then underneath you do have a flat black rear diffuser looking good with your exhaust tucked up underneath the right side of the vehicle. All right, we're under the hood of this 2024 Subaru Impreza Sport. And what do we have for a power plant? We have a 2-liter naturally aspirated flat 4 engine mated to a CVT transmission with 8 simulated gears. 152 horsepower, 145 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 27 in the city, 34 on the highway, 30 combined. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior of this 2024 Impreza Sport, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much does this cost? I've been waiting for 2024 for the Impreza to come around with this upgrade in styling and changes. What am I looking at for price? Well, before we get into that, let's see what kind of performance action we have going on in this Impreza for 2024. Already mentioned the engine and the transmission. We do have steering wheel paddle shifters, S and I drive, the 18-inch dark gray with machined finished alloy wheels, the all-season tires, anti-lock brakes, LED steering responsive headlights, automatic on-off headlights, automatic high beam, LED fog lamps, and fixed crossbar mounting points in case you want to put a rack and crossbars on. We also have 4-wheel disc brakes, brake assist, brake override system, and then we have a tire puncture repair kit in the back with an engine immobilizer. So they got a lot of stuff here in this 2024 Impreza. Now, base price for the 2024 Impreza Sport before options, $24,995. Now, on this particular one, you have to pay an additional $395 for this Oasis Blue Pearl paint. They have to pay an extra $132 for the rear bumper application, another $132 for the cargo tray, and another $132 for the all-weather floor liners. We add in destination and delivery of $1,090. The total MSRP from the factory for this Impreza Sport is $26,876. The dealer went ahead and added the wheel locks for an additional $153. So the total dealer asking price for this vehicle on the lot today, $27,029. Let's check out the interior. All right, starting with the footbox, nice large dead pedal brake and accelerator, all rubber finish. You have the Impreza all-weather floor mats in the vehicle now. Seats, manual adjustment for the driver and the front passenger. Seating material, we have cloth seats with the stitching, insert design, all the same type of material though, but the bolstering is good. And overall, the seats look good here in this Impreza Sport. Door panel action, like the door panel, like that more modern sporty design. We have some cloth on the back part of the top of the door panel. And then up front here, we got some soft touch. We do have this really nice light gray trim around the black door handle, which I like. And then we have semi-soft armrest with the stitching, flat black on the switchgear, and it looks nice. We have some different colors, we have some different textures, so I think they did a nice job there. And for a small car, that door pocket seems pretty large as well. As we get over to the dash, we have soft touch and then some hard plastic, more of this light gray or dark silver trim to kind of break up all the black, and then we have a nice large glove box. All right, now we get to Subaru's infotainment system in this 2024 Impreza. We have an integrated 11.6-inch vertically mounted infotainment system. I like the integration. I prefer the landscape rather than the portrait. Let me know what you guys like. But we have dual panel, so you can come up top and you can change what you want to see on top of the screen, which is nice. And then on the bottom of the screen, you have your engine auto stop start off. You have your driver controls and driver profiles where you can set things up, turn on your auto vehicle hold, which is a feature that I do like, which means the car is going to stay stopped even with your foot off the brake, and it won't go until you put your foot on the gas. So that's kind of a nice feature in the auto vehicle hold. You have your engine auto stop start on or off. I like to have that off because I don't like that feature. You have your home button down here. You have wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto. So they got you covered there as far as that goes. So it's a nice system. Now this particular one, you don't have the nav built in, so the nav will have to come through your phone. That's not the end of the world though. And then when we go to reverse, we have a top portion backup camera, nice and clear with trajectory, so I like that. Now, I used to complain about it not taking up the whole screen, but now, after I thought about it for a while, if you make this picture larger and drag it down, I'm wondering if it's just going to go out of proportions and all squirrely on you and look like crap anyway, if you try to drag that down and make it huge. Maybe that's true. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. If it's better to leave it here or drag it down. But again, my fear is if you drag it down, it's going to get the camera all out of proportions. Let me know what you think about that. But we have our dual climate control action right here, where you can set however you want your... I'm just going to put it up a little bit because I'm starting to freeze my tuchus off in here. Hit auto, get it going, sync. So now it's synced, so they got you covered there. So a really nice system here in the Subaru. You have your four-way hazards up top. You have your manual volume and manual tuning controls, as well as defrost controls and your adjustment of your heat or air controls. So I do like that. But most of the stuff that we have here is inside the system. As we move further down, as you can see, we have some USB action with an aux jack and a C and an A, and then an area for storage here. And then here is the gear shift that's going to take us through the 8 simulated gears in this CVT. We have an electronic emergency brake. We have 2 cup holders. We do have a 12 volt down here, which is a nice touch. And here is our Subaru key fob, lock. The Subaru emblem is unlock. Pop the trunk or tailgate, and our panic button. Nice weight, nice feel to it in your hands. We come down here, nice soft center armrest with the stitching, which I like. And you open this up. Let me get this junk out of here. You have a nice area for storage. Subaru steering wheel, nice looking steering wheel. We have soft touch on the steering wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches, Subaru badge on the horn button, some brushed aluminum trim to lift it up a little bit, which I like. On the left side here, you have your telephone and voice commands, as well as your source button and your volume for your music and whatnot. And then on the right side, you have your S and your I drive, so a sportier drive versus a more luxurious drive. Your evasive steering assist, as well as your cruise control. Here are the paddles to go up and down the simulated gears in the CVT. On the left, you have your headlight controls and fog lamp controls. And on the right, you have the front and rear windshield wiper controls. Over here, the only button you have that's functional is the brighten or dim the dash. We have a manual tilting and telescoping steering wheel. As we get to our dash, we have an analog digital combo. We have analog gauges for our speedometer, tachometer, fuel level, and coolant temperature. And then we have a small 4-inch display in the center of the vehicle, which is going to allow to give you additional information that you may want to see as you scroll through. And that scroll button is this one right here next to the I. And that'll give you the change that you would want to see. So nice, really nice and easy to figure out on this dash. But let me know if you think for 2024 there should have been digital, or are you cool with this? Because I'm pretty much fine with it in a car that is at this cost. All right, we have our overhead console. Now, no moonroof, so we don't have those controls. But if you want the dome lighting to come on and off and you open and close the door, this button remains on the left on door. And then you open it up, and we have non-LED lighting that comes on. Close the door, it goes off on its own. We have an SOS button in case there's an emergency out on the road. Your Subaru Connect right there. And then on our sun visor with vanity, no light though, and it doesn't slide, but we have an extension to block out the side sun. Getting in the back seat of the Impreza, I have the seat set for my driving position, so let's hop on in. Nice and easy. I thought I was going to have more of a low bridge here. You do have to, if you're my height at 5'11", you are going to have to lower your head, because this does taper back and you're going to bump your head if you're not careful. But this seat's set for my driving position, like I said. Plenty of headroom once I get in, plenty of shoulder width room, plenty of knee room. So a good amount of room. Still got the cloth that goes all the way down, but there's no seat pocket behind the driver. But we have a seat pocket behind the front passenger. In the back, we don't have any heat and air vents, and we have this area here that I believe is for USB-C, USB-A action in the back, because that's what it says on the window sticker, but it looks like it is not here, because I tried to peel this off and I can't get it off. So this does look like that's where that would go, and I'm wondering if for some reason the Subaru didn't put it in because there was a lack of chips. I don't know, but I don't see any other place in the back where this would be. And it does say it has rear USB-A, rear USB-C connectivity on the window sticker. So I'm wondering if that's something that still needs to get put in this car here at the dealer, or what happened, but it's not here from what I can tell. Now, door panels, we have similar to the front, but not the same. Because on the front, around the door handle, you have that nice dark gray trim, or smoked chrome trim, if you want to call it that. And on the back, we don't have that. We just have hard black plastic around that black door handle. But we do have some semi-soft door armrest with the stitching, but I would have liked them to bring that smoked chrome trim to the back door as well. Keep that vibe going. Now we have nice seats, again with the cloth, with the stitching, nice and comfortable, and the center armrest is skinny, but it's super soft with 2 cup holders, so they got you covered there. So overall, it's a nice, comfortable place to be here in the back. It's just curious to me why the rear USBs are not here, especially since it says that on the window sticker, and when we look at the window sticker later, I'll point that out to you. All right, we get into the tailgate of the Impreza 5-door hatch. You can pop that from your key fob, or you can come to the back, and right underneath the Subaru badge, there's a button. You hit it and you lift up. No electric assist. You lift up, nice and easy, good amount of space. Love the kind of space Subaru puts in these hatchbacks. Really like it. Here are the carpeted floor mats that came with the car. Here's the all-weather cargo mat right here. And then underneath this, we have more room for some storage and your fix-a-flat. We have some tie downs. We have more room for some storage on either side. We have lighting in the back, which is a nice touch. However, I'm not seeing a 12-volt for power back here. Not surprising. And then to get the rear seats down, really piece of cake. You lift this up, pull these up, and just throw them down. And down they go. Easy peasy, 1, 2, 3. And you got plenty of room for storage now for those larger items. So a great use of space, and the hatchback always gives you great room in the back, and this 2024 Impreza is no different. Nice job by Subaru. All right, here is our window sticker, and I'm going to zoom on in, give you the skinny. Up top, as you can see, 2024 Subaru Impreza Sport, Port of Assembly, Baltimore. Come across the top. And here are the standard equipment. And as you can see, under comfort and convenience, it says right there, rear seat illuminated USB, USB-C charging ports, and I just don't see them in there. And then our warranty, the options, total factory MSRP down below, the wheel locks that were added, and the total asking price. Let's take her out for a spin. All right, we are out on the road in this 2024 Subaru Impreza Sport. So now for 2024, we got 3 Impreza trims: Base, Sport, and RS. And we're definitely going to get all 3 on the channel at some point. And I'd love to get in that Impreza RS because they haven't done an RS in years. So I'm really excited to see one of those. But this Sport really handles nicely and is really smooth on the road and well damped from what I can see. We're going to come up here, do an emergency stop in 3, 2, 1. Look at that. Look at that. Stopped on a dime, stayed linear, beautiful. And now off we go. Now, this isn't going to set any fires speed-wise because they really didn't change the power from 2023, right? You still got the naturally aspirated 2-liter flat 4, 152 horsepower, 145 pound-feet of torque. Do a turning radius. Look at that. That is tight. Really well done. So they really didn't do much there. The CVT is just fine. You got those 8 simulated gears. It shifts through them very smoothly. Now again, right, to keep those engine revs down so you don't get all that engine droning while you're driving the car. So they've done a really nice job with this CVT in this car. Now in the past I've told you I don't like CVTs, but in a car that's $27,000, a CVT is just fine. No problem. When I start having my problem with CVTs is when we start getting quite expensive. You know, over 35 up to 40, then I start going, whoa, wait a minute. But this one is just fine. And it takes off and it gets up to speed competently, but it's not going to set fires on the track or anything like that, but it handles really well. The steering, I'm loving the steering because it's not light and vague. It is a bit heavier and it's very, very tight. If you point this to where you want it to go, it goes. And I'm getting some feedback, not a lot, but some feedback through the wheel, so I know what my wheels are doing on the road, which is another thing that I really, really like. So Subaru has sharpened this up for 2024 based on what I can feel. Now, I haven't driven a 2023 Impreza in a while. The last review we did on one was, I think, a few months ago. But just the feeling I get in this 2024, it just feels like they have sharpened it up, just like the Crosstrek felt when we drove the 2024 a while back. They've sharpened it up. The ride feels better. The damping feels better. The steering feels better. Everything just feels like it's been tuned in and just perfected that much more in this car, opposed to the other ones. At least that's just the gut feeling I get when I drive this. Now, of course, with Impreza, you're going to be pretty low to the ground here. So if you're not a fan of driving a car that's low to the ground, then this may not be the car for you, if you know what I'm saying. Because you got to get down into it and you got to get up out of it because it is lower to the ground. But I'm just loving how this drives in a big way. Now, we're going to head down the road here a little bit and turn around, and then I'm going to try using the paddles to shift, see how that feels on our way back up this road. But I'm loving how this just makes me feel behind the wheel. Very, very confident. That's how I feel. You know, we're getting some wind noise or getting some road noise because, you know, that's just lower to the ground. You're going to get that kind of noise inside the cabin, so it's not completely quiet. I'm liking how comfortable the seats are in this, though. They feel very good. The cloth is just fine, easy to keep clean, and it just feels better on my back than before, I think. I like the styling on the exterior. They'd made some small styling changes, not huge amount. It still looks like an Impreza, and that's what I like about what Subaru did here. They made some design changes, but they kept the Impreza look, so you know it's an Impreza when you see it, and which I like, because I'm not a big fan of revolutionary designs on cars. I like to keep that historical connection with previous generations of cars, and they certainly have done that here and really done a nice job. And I think it looks very, very handsome, just like I think the Crosstrek looks very, very handsome. All right, so we are gonna move this over to manual, slow down. All right, from a slow roll, go. And that felt fine. It feels fine. The CVT is shifting okay. I mean, it's obviously not going to be as quick as a regular automatic transmission on the shifts, but it's shifting just fine. And the car gets up to speed very, very easily. So I'm liking that. Now we go S drive. Now we're going to sharpen things up a little bit. Downshift. Slow roll it. It feels good. Now, obviously, I'm not taking this to red line because this is a new car and a new engine, and you want to break it in before you friggin' pin this thing to the red line. But I'm shifting about 4,000 RPM right now with the paddles, and it's doing a really nice job, and it's getting me up to speed just fine. And I think it's taking off and a little bit quicker and getting up to speed a little bit quicker using the paddles rather than letting the transmission shift on its own. That's just a feeling I get, but if you have been in one, let me know what you guys think about it. But overall, just a really, really nice package here in this Impreza Sport. And I like that Subaru kept it simple for 2024, and they're offering 3 trims. So you can go to the base trim if you really want to keep the costs down. You can take this middle of the road Sport trim if you want a few more goodies in it, and you know, a little bit more sportier drive with the S and I drive options in here, or you can go RS. Now the RS is going to start under 30 grand, which I think is another great place to start. Just under 30 grand, a little bit over 29,000 for a base trim RS. But I can't wait to get an RS here in Ewing at Ciocca Subaru, so I can come down and give it a try, because that I think is going to be a lot more fun. At least I hope it's going to be a lot more fun to drive than even this Sport is. But it's certainly, this Sport is definitely worth taking a look at if you want a cool looking little hatchback that you want to run around town in, get good gas mileage, hold people, hold gear, go wherever you want and get really good gas mileage. I think this Impreza is one you really should take a look at. I'm really enjoying this drive today, but I want to thank Ciocca Subaru here in Ewing, New Jersey, for allowing the channel access to this 2024 Subaru Impreza Sport 5-door hatch for a review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also consider subscribing and turn on that notification bell so you'll never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.